AIRBNB Co-Host. Is co-hosting a scam? If a guest damages something, who pays for that? Can the owner just stay at the property whenever they want? Does the cleaner get paid from her percentage? What is the difference between a co-host and a property manager? How do I find co-hosting clients? I am here to answer all of your burning questions when it comes down to being an AIRBNB or an STR co-host. To keep it short, here is my definition of what a co-host is. A co-host is the person you hire to do all the dirty work to have an STR or an MTR. We make passive incomes for our clients. We do all the legwork, we do all the marketing, and we do all the guest-facing communication when it comes down to having an STR or an MTR. But there's a lot of little details that goes into it, and here are our frequently asked questions, FAQs, of what co-hosting actually is. A lot of people think we are property managers, and to be honest, a property manager and a co-host essentially does the same exact thing. Tasks are very similar, but what the difference is, it's a legal difference. Here in the state of California, property managers actually collect the funds. So it's like you're renting an apartment, you pay the property manager or the management company, and the homeowner then gets the money. As a co-host, we do everything the complete opposite. Our owners get all the money up front, and then we actually get to bill our owners at the end of every month for our services. Unfortunately, I don't have a course because honestly, guys, I think courses are scammy. But I do have this awesome bundle that literally gives you the tools to succeed. I have created the ultimate co-host starter pack. Not only do I include my exact prospecting scripts, it also includes the onboarding process, the contract. It also includes what to do after you have that contract signed. And there's some added bonuses in there, like my shopping guide, my cleaning checklist, anything and everything you need to not only get your client, but to also run a very profitable co-hosting business. Cleaning is the #1 topic when it comes down to talking about co-hosting and talking about our commission structure. When we are pitching to homeowners, sometimes they do think that the cleaning comes out of our commission. And the truth is, if that was so, we would make zero money. So we actually bill back the cleaning to our client. So the cleaning and our commission are actually two different bills. And let's do some math here. Let's say the net payout is $1,000 and we take 20% commission off that $1,000 reservation. That leaves us with $200 in co-hosting commission. But let's say now it costs $180 to clean up that house after the reservation. If we were still including cleaning in our commission, that means we would make $20. And that is why no co-host that I have ever met or encountered includes cleaning within their commission. It just makes no sense. Let's talk about the commission structure. We charge anywhere from 15 to 20% commission. It's really all depending on how much the house is gonna bring in, and if we're doing like long-term rentals, short-term rentals, it's all a mix. So we have some houses where we charge 15, 18, or 20%. Personally, we don't go higher than 20%. I do think that 25% is kind of a turnoff for some homeowners, so we keep it at a sweet 20%, and honestly, it's been really good for us. Now, we charge based off of that bold number that you see, the net payout. And many times that does include the cleaning fee. Now, there are various reasons why we do take commission off the cleaning fee. So I want to list them and explain to you guys why. The first thing is the cleaning fee is a negotiation tactic. I am a true believer that the cleaning fee should be flexed. Also, if you're getting a long reservation, like a 7-night reservation, and let's say the client is like, hey, can we get a discount for booking a week's stay? Instead of giving 20% off that reservation, I am more likely to just waive a $150 cleaning fee and say, absolutely, we're happy to waive the cleaning fee for you. The consumer is going to think that that is a better value because let's be honest, no customer, no guest likes to pay a cleaning fee. The second reason why we take a commission off the cleaning fee is because we actually provide all consumables. That means toilet paper, paper towel, shampoo, conditioner, bottled water, champagne, sparkling cider, coffee, sorry, that's a big one. We provide coffee, trash bags, I don't know, the list goes on. I have a list somewhere. But yes, we provide any and all consumables and cleaning supplies for our cleaner. Why do we do this? We do this to keep our brand the same. In all of our homes at MDX Homes, you will find a consistency in top-tier brands throughout our homes. It also makes it very easy on our operation. we have 50 homeowners that we're dealing with. Imagine me texting 50 individual homeowners saying, I need toilet paper, please ship. That would be insane and honestly impossible, so it's better for us to eat that cost. And lastly, we eat the cost of consumables because it is an easy automation for us. We have our go-to suppliers and we have our go-to checklist. So we know exactly what to order every 1 to 3 months in every single home. And honestly, it's a great perk for a homeowner to know that they don't have to worry about ordering toilet paper, ordering paper towels every few months to someone's home. It really just puts ease on all parties involved. So yes, that does come included in your 20% commission. Another question we get asked is, do we host the properties on our Airbnb account or are we attached as the co-host? And the truth is, we do a mix of both. It really depends on what our homeowner wants. We have some homeowners that are still a bit involved and still want their name on their profile. And that's totally okay, because if we ever part ways or if the homeowner ever wants to manage for themselves, they can, and they're gonna keep all those awesome Airbnb reviews under their belt. And honestly, all they have to do is just detach us from being a co-host. Now, we also have the homeowner that wants nothing to do with their investment property. It's completely passive income and they have given us everything to properly run their Airbnb. And if that's the case, we put it under our umbrella account and it's technically our property under our name. And if that homeowner ever parted ways with us, they would need to eventually just start over. So it really just depends on what the homeowner wants and how comfortable they feel. And honestly, this can change at any time. But if you really want to dive deep into it, the way our PMS Lodgify is set up is that anything under direct booking, VRBO, booking, or any other platform is actually under our belt. So in those cases, the owner does not get to keep those reviews or actually see any of that guest communication. Who is our clientele? Honestly, our clientele has kind of shifted. Before it was the new investor, maybe they inherited a property, maybe they bought their first home and they kind of wanted to make it into an Airbnb or STR. But really now our clientele is the person who has been doing LTRs forever and they now want to move into the MTR or STR models. So now we're actually educating our LTR owners a lot more on what the management side and operation side is of having a short-term or a mid-term rental. I'm a little spoiled in the sense that I actually don't cold call or pitch our services to brand new investors. We really just handle warm leads, we work a lot with referrals, and we work a lot with our current homeowners. We're actually pitching our STR MTR model and we're really educating our homeowner. So instead of pitching and saying this is what I'm gonna do for you, I'm really just educating and letting them know this is how it's gonna go, this is the process, this is how much money you can make, this is what entails to run this properly, and to really make sure my homeowner understands this is really not a real estate investment, this is a hospitality investment. It takes a lot of work, it takes a village, and I really think that informing our potential new client builds a sense of trust and a good relationship, and they honestly are more intrigued to move forward with us. If you guys have more burning questions, I do offer one-on-one coaching calls, and the reason why I offer one-on-one calls versus a course is because everyone's journey is so different. We have people who have no properties, we have people who have 20 properties and want to start a co-hosting business, and honestly, I just love learning where everyone's at in this journey. So yes, if you have more questions and you're ready to get going on starting a new co-hosting business, make sure you book a one-on-one call. And I'm trying to do this as least salesy as possible because honestly, guys, I love doing the one-on-one calls. I love learning about different people's properties, different markets, see where everyone's at. And I learn a little something every time I'm doing one of those one-on-one calls. So if you have more questions, make sure you book a time slot. How is it possible that we are handling and juggling 50 properties and handling guest communication efficiently? Well, we actually have a whole operations team. A lot of people think that Mercedes is the only one that works at MBX Homes, and the truth is I am very front-facing. I am there for all of my clients, but I have a whole team behind me running the show. That does include guest communication. We have an operations manager, we have inspectors, we have an assistant that's hands-on. We have a great team behind us, and I couldn't do it without them, and they make me look so great. But no, the reason why we have such a great team is because we are charging that premium commission. We're able to hire quality people to work for your investment. It does take a village, I'll say it again and again. And honestly, who can be up 24 hours making sure guests are being communicated with? It's impossible. Anyone who wants to be a co-host always asks us, what does our contract structure look like? Every contract for every business is obviously different. our contract is really, again, client friendly. Yes, it does still protect us as a business, but it's client friendly in the sense that we are very flexible with our terms. If a client ever wants to pause their service or depart ways with us, all we need is a 30-day written notice. There is no time length commitment there. There is no like the owner can only sleep there 7 nights out of the year. We really don't put those clauses into our contracts because at the end of the day, this is not our investment property. We are just working for them. So we want to make sure that our owners and our investors get to utilize their property. The contract though does outline what the owner is responsible for and what we are responsible for. That means the owner is responsible for making sure the home is habitable, it's furnished, maintenance is being taken care of adequately, and they're making sure that all the bills are paid on time. Our duties are to make sure their operation is running effectively and smoothly and honestly legally. If you're a co-host looking to scale, I do actually sell my contract template. Again, I'm not a lawyer, it was revised by a lawyer, but use this template and use it and make it your own and make your terms make sense for you and your market. If you're one of our property owners and you want to stay in your own Airbnb and your own investment property, that is totally okay. We do not charge for that, but we do charge for the cleaning afterward at whatever the rate the cleaner is. We don't upcharge on that. Again, it's a privilege to work with our homeowners. We love working with them. So if they want to crash for a few nights or for a weekend in their investment property, by all means, go ahead. Plus, usually when an owner or a client stays at the property, they usually come back to us with some feedback, and feedback's a good thing. As a co-host, we're also an activist within our community. That means that we are actively going to city hall meetings, especially here in Los Angeles, because that's where majority of our business is, and we're understanding what policies are in place, what policies are changing, and what it takes. We do co-host in various areas throughout the US, so yes, we're still up to date on the policy permits, whatever the city regulations are, and honestly, we are there because typically our homeowners are so busy and they have their own lives, and they're paying us a hefty commission to stay on top of everything. So yes, that does include city permits. If you want to exceed as being a co-host, you honestly have to be a one-stop shop, and we have quickly become that for a lot of our owners. We have done staging, interior designing, sourcing for our clients. We also offer photography packages for our clients. I'm also a realtor, I'm an agent. We have purchased investment homes for our clients. So honestly, someone who wants to get into Airbnb's STRs can seriously come with us with no property, buy their property, then get it sourced, get it designed properly, get it photographed, get it marketed, and get it booked. How awesome is that for our owners? I honestly think being available and having the right connections within this industry has made us grow immensely. How do we find our co-hosting clients, aka our homeowners? At this rate is really referral based, and we're so thankful for that, but we honestly relied heavily on social media. When we were first getting started, we were on that Facebook group like LA Host Facebook group, San Diego Facebook group, whatever, trying to find homeowners that needed a co-host. And the truth is, what we quickly found out was a lot of people had a negative connotation about a co-host because they just thought that the co-host was there to like take their commission and make money. Well, obviously, that's why we work. But we were so successful in capturing so many clients because we made ourselves available. There will be people on the Facebook group saying like, oh my God, I have to go out of town for work for 3 weeks. How am I gonna run my Airbnb? And we seriously just slide in their DMs and be like, hey, we're here for you. We're your neighbor. What do you need for the next 3 weeks? We have done a ton of maintenance and like cleaning scheduling for people. I mean, we've done installations, we've done target runs. Like we have done so many random jobs that need to be done when dealing with an Airbnb that they have honestly brought us clients. So we have gained a huge clientele by honestly just being super available and taking some random jobs. So maybe when you're first starting out, you're not necessarily the co-host, but you could be an inspector, you could be a runner for someone, you could coordinate cleans for someone. Like honestly, there's so many different jobs that go into co-hosting that you can do to get your foot in the door. Everybody wants to co-host a luxury 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom home like here in LA, and I get it. It's amazing doing those huge properties, but to be honest, sometimes you have to start out small and doing the jobs you don't really want to do just to make a connection and just to make a name for yourself. It's okay to have humble beginnings because we sure all did. How fast can we get a client onboarded? We have seen a ton of huge management companies say we could get you live in 24 hours, but the truth is, guys, it takes us about 1 to 2 weeks to properly get a property onboarded. This means going to the property, visiting it, making sure everything's up to par, making sure it's all working, making sure we have our city permits in place, making sure that we have a professional photographer scheduled, making sure the house is deep cleaned, then making sure we're getting the property published on all the OTAs, on our direct booking website. We're making sure we're blasting that address within our network to anyone and anyone who could possibly book this house. So yes, it takes more than 24 hours to properly onboard a home, but our goal and our mission is that once that contract is signed, that house is live within the next 8 to 14 business days. And pretty much that is really where we're at right now. It's a very fast pace. And not only is it a fast pace, but it's actually an efficient process, and we're really minimizing error because we do have a system in place within our teams here at MBX Homes. So how do you get started in being a co-host? Honestly, you gotta find a property and you gotta find a great homeowner you want to partner on in this journey. Co-hosting is ultimately a huge partnership because yes, you are getting a nice little cut of the revenue coming in from the property, but honestly, you're doing all of the legwork. So when I say you have to find a nice property, it is because you have to be proud in the product that you are going to market and that you are going to operate. And you have to find a homeowner that's on board with all of your crazy, wonderful ideas. So if you're ready to make money without owning a property, you should honestly get into co-hosting. Not only is co-hosting a great way to learn what it takes to operate an Airbnb, you're also gonna learn so much just about being a potential homeowner. You're gonna learn so much about the business aspect side of things, and you're gonna make great relationships and great networks, and you're never gonna know your next partner is gonna be in this real estate venture that you have. Co-hosting, the wild, wild west, I think. I think there's so many different ways that you could build your co-hosting business, and there's so many, just like anything, there's so many ways that you could really build this business and that you could become a fabulous co-host, whatever market you are in. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to MBX Homes. We're here to give you all tips on real estate, Airbnb, co-hosting, the list goes on. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, make sure to DM us on Instagram. And also, I am selling my contract template. Link is in the bio.